Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 5 nude lipsticks, and it's because I love nude lip colors so much. They're like my go-to. I have more nude lipsticks than I have anything else, so I narrowed everything down in this video, kind of like selected the ones that I really loved. I wanted to share it with you guys because it's not everyday bold lip. I know that sometimes you want to go nude, so yeah, go nude. And before I start, I just want to quickly say that I'm going to be sharing way more than 5 items in this video, so please don't get mad. And the reason is because with most nude lip colors, people like us, we have to line our lips. You have to kind of tone it down to an extent. It is highly unlikely that you're going to apply it straight out of the tube. It is just like the probability of that happening is like really small. So I'm going to be sharing liners as well. I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to lip liners for like when I want to like wear a nude lip, and then I'm going to be sharing glosses as well, because sometimes we want a very glossy finish. I'm going to show you guys the lip glosses that I always use whenever I want a glossy finish. So I'm going to start out with some honorable mentions, I know, but then if I don't mention these lipsticks, some of you are going to call me out here, and it's because I always use them. I always gush about them. I've used them quite often on this channel, and if I don't mention them, some of you are going to be like, why didn't she mention them? And then the 2 of them are by MAC. They're actually all by MAC, but then the first 2 are Romantic Breakdown, and this was part of a limited collection that MAC had out in 2015. It was part of the Boa Boa 1 collection. I'm sure that I just killed that name, that Boa Boa 1. I'm sure that's probably not how it's supposed to be pronounced. I don't know if it's Boa Boa 1 or Boa Boa 1 or Bao Bao 1. I'm not even really sure what the pronunciation is at this point, but I'm going to write it down somewhere. And it's like a very peachy nude shade. It's a Lobster Lipstick by MAC, and I absolutely love this color, guys. I've worn it a lot here on this channel, and it looks like this. It's like a peachy nude shade. It's absolutely gorgeous, guys. It looks so amazing on my skin tone, and I always go for it. Like most of the time when I want to wear a nude lip, this is always one of the colors that I go for. And the second one is a shade called Myself. This was part of a limited collection that MAC had out in 2014. I think it was the Novel Romance collection, but this is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like a pinky-ish nude shade. It's not as peachy as Romantic Breakdown, but this is also a very gorgeous color. I wear this most of the times. I've used this in a couple of tutorials here on this channel, and these 2 are part of limited collections, and that is the reason why I am not going to include them on my main list. But the reason why I'm mentioning them here is because MAC has a habit of releasing lipstick shades over and over again in different collections, so you guys can just maybe take note of the shades, so that whenever you see them in any other collection that MAC has out anytime soon, just know that these 2 lipsticks, they are amazing, and they are both Lobster Lipsticks by MAC. When it comes to nude lip colors with MAC, I tend to gravitate towards their Luster lipsticks and their cream sheen lipsticks. They are amazing. They are just more wearable. They are not too pigmented, but they just give you the right amount of color that you need. So my favorite nude lipsticks by MAC, they are mostly Luster lipsticks. When it comes to their nude lip colors, I always go for the ones that kind of have a luster finish. I stay away from the matte and amplified ones, and it's because they have a lot of color payoff, and it makes it very difficult for you to control the way that it looks at the end of the day. But with the Luster lipsticks and the cream sheen lipsticks, you can actually build up the color the way you want. You're not doing too much at once. And the third one in my honorable mention would be Touch. It looks like this. I'm not even sure if you guys can see this, but the reason why this is not on my main list is because it is like near identical to my skin tone. So I love it, but it's like near identical to my skin tone, and most of the time it kind of makes my lips look flat. It makes my face look flat, so I tend to stay away from it unless I want that kind of look on the day that I use it. Like I want that whole flat brownish look. But the reason I'm mentioning it in this video is because I believe that this lipstick would look amazing on anyone who has a deeper skin tone than I do. It will just probably pop a lot more and kind of look really nice. So check out Touch if you're looking for something that isn't as bright as the 2 that I've just mentioned. This is really good. I'm going to quickly talk about liners now, and one of my favorite liners to line a nude lip with would be Cork by MAC. It's like a dark brown shade. It's like a true brown. It doesn't have like any reddish or like pinkish undertone to it. It's just like a very true brown, and I use it most of the times when I want to line my lips. This is what it looks like. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'm going to try and zoom this in anyways, but this is what it looks like. It's like a true brown. It's not too dark. It's not as dark as Chestnut. I know that MAC has another brown lip pencil called Chestnut. That one is really dark, and most of the times I find it a little bit too dark for like nude lip combos, but this one is like really good. Cork is like a very nice dark brown for lining nude lipsticks. The second one is another lip pencil by MAC, and it's in the shade Plum, and I tend to use this one to line my pinky nude lipsticks. Like, it complements them so well, and it's one of my more recent purchases from MAC because I did not have a lip pencil that looked like this from MAC before. It's really good, and it looks really great with my pinky nudes. Another lip pencil that I really love, especially when it comes to lining like my peachy nude lip colors, is this one by Jordana, and it's their quick liner lip pencil in Bordeaux. I don't know if I have murdered the pronunciation of that, but I am going to write it down somewhere here. And it's like a very dark terracotta brown. It has like very serious red in it. It almost looks wine, but it's not wine. So it's this clayish, like dark clayish brown shade, and I love it for like lining like my peachy nude lipsticks because it complements those ones so well. Another lip pencil would be Toast, and this one is by Cage Cosmetics, and it's very similar to Bordeaux, like the one that I just showed you guys. And like I said, you guys should ignore my pronunciation, but then it's a lot more like brown than Bordeaux is. So I love this one for lining like my peachy nudes as well. And then the last one would be a lip pencil by Colourpop, and it's in the shade Peach. It's like a very dark brown. One of my favorite things about Colourpop lip pencils is how creamy. Like, they are so creamy and they are so pigmented, and they just glide on your lip. And this one is like a very dark, like very dark brown. And I love this for everything. It just depends on the kind of like finish that I want. If I'm going for more of like an ombre like look with my nude lip, I'll probably go with this one. And it's like a very gorgeous like dark brown shade. So these are the lip pencils that I love to use. I'm going to move on to the lipsticks now. The first of my top 5 would be a lipstick by MAC, and it's in the shade Yash. It's like a very peachy toned neutral nude shade. It's matte, okay? The finish is not luster like I would like it to be, but it's matte, so a little goes a long way. I tend to use very little at a time, but it's a very gorgeous nude shade, guys. I'm going to go on ahead and swatch here just to show you guys. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's a very peachy toned neutral shade, and it's super pigmented, as you guys saw. So I use very little at a time with this, and in most cases I'm most likely going to go over this with a gloss, but it's a very nice nude neutral shade. The second one is another lipstick by MAC. I just want to get all the MAC lipsticks out of the way, but this one is in the shade Cream Cup, and it was one of the first, if not the first, nude lipstick that I ever bought from MAC. And it has a cream sheen finish. Like I said in the beginning, I prefer it when my nude lipsticks from MAC are either cream sheen or luster, and this one is super pigmented as well. It just goes on very smoothly, and it's like a very pinky nude. You guys can see that it's a lot more pink than Yash that I have just under here. It's a very gorgeous lipstick, and I love to use this like paired with my lip pencil in Plum. When I line my lips with the MAC lip pencil in Plum and I use this, I feel like my lips look absolutely amazing. The third one is by Colourpop, and it's their lipsticks in Tootsie. It has a matte finish, but it's the only lipstick that I have on this list that has kind of like a mauve-y, like it looks a lot more mauve than it looks pink. But I like to line it with Plum as well, which is like my favorite lip pencil for like lipsticks that look like this. It looks very similar to Cream Cup, but you guys can see that it's a lot darker and has a lot more purple in it than this one does. It's one of my go-to nude lipsticks, and it glides on smoothly. It applies nice, and a little goes a long way with this. I don't think that you need to apply too much to get your lips to look the way that you want them to. So this is one of my favorites as well. The fourth one is by Wet n Wild, and this is actually my second tube of this. It's in the shade 902C, and it's Bare It All. It's like a peachy nude shade, and this lipstick is freaking affordable, especially considering how gorgeous it is. It is really affordable, and this is what it looks like. And whenever I wear this, I tend to line my lips with either Cork by MAC, which is like a true brown, or the lip pencil by Jordana that I showed you guys. And that one, the brown that has a little bit of red in it, it looks so gorgeous with this one, guys. It looks really nice whenever I pair the both of them together. And this lipstick is really affordable. It's like it has like a finish that I probably compared to MAC's amplified finish. It's not full on matte, but then a little goes a long way. I tend to also use a gloss on top of this sometimes whenever I wear this. just so that my lips don't look too matte, because I don't like it when my lips are kind of neutral or nude and matte. I like it when they're nude and glossy. So this is one of my favorites as well. The last one is by Anastasia and is the Adramal Lipstick in Buff. It's like a very nice brown with some pink undertones to it. They kind of describe it as a fudge brown on their website, but you can see that it's slightly darker than anything that I have here, but then it's not too dark. I really love this, and I just love to like line my lips with either plum, or yeah, plum is what I normally use to line my lips with anyways every time that I have this on. It's like a matte lipstick. It doesn't have like a glossy finish. A little goes a long way, but with this I feel like this is a lot more buildable than these ones are. You can actually apply a lot of this and still not have yourself looking like a dead person. And then maybe when if I want my lips looking like maybe bright, I'll go over it just in the middle with a very light lip gloss. And these are my favorite go-to shades when it comes to nudes. I have included close-up shots for you guys to see what they look like when I have them on. So lastly, I'm going to share with you guys my favorite lip glosses to use on top of these lipsticks that I've just shown you guys. And then the first one would be Butterscotch by Anastasia, Beverly Hills. And this one is like a very pale peachy nude shade. I normally use this on top of like my peachy nude lipsticks, some of the peachy nudes that I've shown you guys, and I always use this when I want to amplify the color of the lipstick a little bit. I tend to just apply it in the middle. You guys have seen me use this in some tutorials, and this is what it looks like. It looks like super pigmented, but it's not necessarily that pigmented. If you want to wear this alone, you can actually do so. It looks really good on top of like very peachy nude lipsticks. My favorite lip gloss to use on top of like my pinky nude shades is this one by MAC, and it's called Wanting More. You guys have seen me use this a lot here on this channel. It's like a very pale pink lip gloss. It also is very super like pigmented, but then when you blend it in as much as you should, then you shouldn't have a problem with this. It might look a little bit too much here, but it honestly isn't. I like to apply this just in the middle of my lips as well, and I also like to use this to kind of amplify my pinky nudes when I wear them, or whenever I want to gloss over like a pinky nude lipstick. This is the one that I tend to go for a lot, and it's MAC's Lipglass in Wanting More. And the last one would be ABH Lip Gloss in Bronze, and I love this for when I want to add some shimmer to my lips. I don't know if you guys can see this one. It looks almost clear here. I've used this in some tutorials, but it has like very fine specks of glitter in it. So it's really nice for days when you want to add a little bit of glitter or a little bit of like, you know, shimmer to the lips. This is like my go-to lip gloss for that. So this is basically everything that I use, guys. These are my favorites when it comes to all these items that I have mentioned. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you found it helpful, especially if you're looking for like nude lip colors to buy. I hope that this video was a little bit helpful for you, and don't forget to thumbs this video up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Don't forget to check out my last video. I'm going to have it linked somewhere like after this clip. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.